Human development is a good thing. People's lives have gotten better. But as they continue to get better, and the people who are in poverty are finding themselves being lifted out, more of Earth's resources are being used and carbon emissions are being raised dramatically. We need to find a way for human development to occur sustainably. As part of a human development, we have managed to wipe out 60% of vertebrate animals on Earth since the 1970s. It has also been found that 60% of mammals on Earth are livestock and only 4% are animals in the wild.
Our knowledge of the Earth has increased vastly because of the scientific tools we now have at our disposal. We know what we need to do to avoid the worst impacts of climate change and to manage the planet sustainably. Sadly, at this point in time, many politicians, governments, organizations, and companies in the world over-prioritize short-term economic growth over what's best for the planet and economics in the long term. It has been 30 years since the first report out of the United States and the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. It has been 10 years since the Climate Summit at Copenhagen, 5 years since the Paris Accord. How long does it take for genuine action to occur?
We also live in an age where the mainstream media focuses on alarmism and often gives us too much to focus on the ill-informed and the ignorant. Climate change denial serves no purpose other than to confuse people. 99% of scientists agree that we need significant action on climate change as soon as possible. It has been proven that the remaining 1% of scientists are using data that has not been appropriately peer-reviewed or is flawed in some other manner. The choices we make now will affect the living conditions of all future generations.
The longer we leave making changes, the more dramatic the changes will need to be when the time does come. We are on track to hit 3 to 4 degrees of warming within 80 years. Above 2 degrees may permanently affect our chances on Earth. Time is running out. Within the next decade, global emissions must be cut in half to limit the drastic effects of climate change and to halt species loss. Panic is not required. Action is. We can still make the changes necessary while the window of opportunity is still open to us. What can you do? Speak to people about the issues mentioned in this article and listen to Johan Rockström's full podcast and seek knowledge about what you don't know. Vote for people who are willing to make the changes. Investigate solutions both small and large. We all have a role to play, and if most of us choose to play our part appropriately, the future will indeed be bright.